In what ways does your film use, develop, or challenge codes and conventions of real media product? This means, how does your film stick to the codes and conventions of the chosen genre? I am going to answer question 1 by using some footage from the evaluation I had in my media lesson. Most of the comments for this section were positive, but the major negative for this was that some people didn't get the genre of the film. Some thought that it was more of a horror film rather than a thriller because of the use of sound, the location, and the fact that the female character was isolated. But there were some good positives in that throughout the film people felt that there was a strong sense of an enigma, causing them to ask a lot of questions. In a way, the film slightly went against one code and convention of a thriller in that, unlike some thriller music, ours built up slowly but still created pace and tension. So ours was unlike more over the top, high paced, fast music. It was more slow and downbeat.
Okay, genre. What would you say that was and why?
So that could maybe be a horror as well, couldn't it? But without like the supernatural element.
Yeah.
Could be a horror.
Just explain why. Absolutely. Why do you think that? Because
she's so isolated. The music, the location, they all just add to it.
yes, sure. And you're not sure why, what's happening to her.
Yeah.
Who that guy, the black-haired person is, the dark figure. Yeah, sorry. So that's the horror. But what else could it be as well? Because of that strong sense of enigma.
It could be thriller.
Yes.
Or maybe even an action, because the fact that something's obviously happened with the money. So someone's been paid or something. So it might be like an action or a thriller.
Right.
More than a horror, I think.
So not necessarily psychological thriller, but a thriller.
Yeah.
I know. Or a horror. What is it?
Yeah, it's a thriller.
It is a thriller. Yeah. I think for myself it comes across more as a thriller, but I take your point absolutely. Seeing as what we've just discussed about the previous one, it's in the same location, the dark character and the alleyway and the chase, it has got elements of that perhaps. Anything else about it? So it's a thriller. What do they do to reinforce that? Well, the dark character, the action itself, the payoff. Technically,
it looks like it's been edited colour-wise. It looks like darker than probably what it actually was in the day, which makes it more mysterious.
Yeah, absolutely, some of that. So when we talked about the editing, what about the chase? What you do, I think, is some wonderful, subtle editing in that chase sequence.
Well, I think because she turns around and sees him, and then she runs away, and the next thing you see is her running away, but he's already really close to her, so you can almost tell that he's going to get her.
What about the sound? How do they use the kind of sound to actually reinforce that? What don't they do necessarily?
They don't change the music template too much.
No, it's very subtle, isn't it? It does change as it gets, that's right, isn't it? As it gets closer, but it's a very subtle. You don't have that kind of classic dum 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 dum. Excuse my impression. Please don't happen to that. But you don't have that. It's a much more. That's what you're saying. It's so professional. It's very subtle. There's some lovely moments in there. You've worked really hard to create that sort of a professionalism. It's really well done. Yeah. What about the titles? Use of titles. Does that reinforce the genre as well? Was that kind of within the expectation of?
Yeah, I think it kind of gave it again